I'm Vercoil, and this is Amnesia, The Dark Descent, Part 15. I don't like this. There's ritual circles all over the ground.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Dude. You're not going to guilt me at all with this after hearing all these shenanigans. Oh, he says shenanigans. That's some serious darkness. Great, I hear a saw. Oh. Oh, yay! Oh. 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 That's disgusting. The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Everything that I am just clenched. Okay, this looks like it, right? Let's go. I can't go, can I? Okay. God, it's dark. Ooh. Ooh. I don't like that there's so much dark in there. Were you there before? Hello. Tickle, tickle. Oh boy, that's lovely. That's great. This is turning into some sort of fun house of horrors now. How much oil do I have? Plenty. Oh. Do not like. Oh. Oh. Oh, why is this here? Oh. Lovely. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Oh, joy. That's not nice. In the least. Understatement. Very. Okay, no. Let's boogie. Boogie. Oh god, I do not like this place. Okay, one more door and then the spiral staircase. That's great. Well, that's basically all I've been saying so far in this episode so far, except for reading out the written words.
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man. How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man. It was an accident.
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault. Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
There's one monster here. Oh well, there's two monsters there. Daniel was rapidly becoming one. Hello. Okay.
Please, do anything. Whatever you want. Anything. I'll do anything. I'm innocent.
Oh man. Oh. The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. Oh, Daniel. Oh, Daniel. What have you done? Why did... Okay, for a second there I thought the corridor had become longer, which would have been fantastic. That's the beast, the following beast, right? The thing that follows the orb. Yay. Alright. The body's gone. The body that was in the cage is no longer there. That's great. That's fantastic. I like that. Said no one ever. Oh. Okay. Richly appointed, for sure. Is that Alexander? Because, dear God, man. Your eternal life has not helped you. Oh boy. Okay, what have we got in here? Oil. I will definitely take that. Is that rope? Another one of those weird little artifacts. Letter. Tinderbox. That seems to be about it. Okay, let's start with the letter. Notes on torture. Oh boy! There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans, all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strengths exceed their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem. But it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed, proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subside, then strike again. Subside. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Oh, joy. Now let's do this thing first. Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time, it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Well, at least Alexander had self-awareness in the fact that he became completely insane. Oh. I know what the string's for. I know what the string's for. There was a hatch underneath one of the torture machines. Was there not? It mentioned the requisite vitae falling into the vitae was saturating the blood and would dribble down into the whatever receptacle. This is fantabulous. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. No, whatever was in the wall can just bugger off. There we go, that, where the red cloud is, right? Oh, yay. Cannot be reached, find a way to lower the vessel. How do I... Got to combine the two, don't I? Ah, yes. Nope. Oh, yay. Glass jar of blood. And now I'm getting creepy music. That's great, right? That means I've done something. Yay. Why do I not feel joyous and happy? I never found what that was used for. Or that. Probably just completely missed whatever it was. We can leave this hellhole. Nice chain. Your ability to physic has been acknowledged. Back to the nave. It had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look for the Damascus Rose oil. That has already played before, I believe, that statement. Memory. So if Daniel's slowly remembering this stuff, doesn't that just mean he's gonna go mad again? Oh, don't do that. I forgot that there was the beast in the water.
Ah, you again.
Yes, hello.
You seem to have found all the all pieces used in the transfer.
Yep.
Go to the choir and find the rest.
Go into the other zone, eh? I don't really want to, but that's how you progress in this hellhole. Okay. Oh, joyous day, Kalukale. This looks fun. Ooh. Yes. I do need more of that. Oh, another artifact. That's fantastic. Just got done with one. And they give me another. Alright, artifact first. In court, the Order of the Black Eagles spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their father's places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. Oh yay. So that was before the other one. Agrippa channels Via. Via taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an entitled man can show such lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. Via claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment and that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he could guarantee my success, I would happily oblige. But how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I've seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Via told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and tempter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. Gland? The choir seems to be a fertile grounds for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tamta, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word for these letters looks wrong. With these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling Kank. I will have to address Vaya with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. So that's the note he wanted, right? So I've got the Vitae and the Tempter. So all I need now is the
How are
fungus.
things coming?
I've got the note.
Incredible. You found Vaya's recipe.
Yes.
Then there might still be a chance.
Might.
Listen carefully. Alexander is working on opening a gate, a door to another realm. It's where he wants to go.
Okay.
If you could put your anger aside, let him open the portal before you take your revenge. Let me pass the gate, Daniel. Please, find the ingredients and prepare the tonic Vaya describes. And do so before you assemble the orb. The barrier keeping you from the inner sanctum will only be breached for a short time. Unless everything is taken care of before mending the orb, you won't be able to save me.
Right. Okay. Righto. Oh, this way. So, save Agrippa. Don't save Agrippa, I suppose. There is a choice, it would seem. I can leave Agrippa to his fate, or send him through the portal before attempting to kill Alexander, which I'm not sure will even work, as he seems to be unchanging, which implies some sort of physical immortality. Not physical. Well, it implies that he has a not a subjective immortality, as a true immortality while he's on this plane. It mentions aged by anguish, but I would guess that is just, physically some lines and stuff, which I'm sure immortals can get wrinkles, right? I've been Vercoil, and this has been part 15 of Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, leave a comment perhaps, subscribe maybe. There's going to be more because I'm getting through this quite quickly and I plan to continue after I finish with this game. Bye.